What's up, everybody? We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Ala Kart, our Kustoms Illustrated, and the older versions of the Ala Kart. Let's have some fun here. Hey, what's up, everybody? Paul here, Left Coast Model Car Builds. Happy Thursday. Hope you've had a good week. Hopefully you're getting some good bench time in, good family time in. Prayers for anybody that needs them out there in the community. It seems like there's been a lot going on with some of our content creators out there and their families. So prayers for everybody out there. So we got some fun stuff here. One of my favorites is the Ala Kart, one of my favorites all time. So sure, a lot of people have seen the newer releases, which is really cool. My understanding is, I haven't built this, but my understanding is it's definitely not a perfect kit, but just to have this as a base to work with is awesome. And parts, outstanding parts here if you're into custom cars. And granted, the Ala Kart's old, but this is a newer kit. So you're saying, well, I thought it was Throwback Thursday. It is. So we have some of the older releases here as well. As I've mentioned, Pops and I, we've been buying stuff we like for years. And the Ala Kart, always been a favorite vehicle of mine, probably going back, to when I was old enough to start appreciating some of these things when I was a teenager and got more into the cars. The Ala Kart just hit me. Absolutely loved it. Was one of my favorites. So prior to AMT re-releasing the Ala Kart, when we'd go to swap meets and looking on eBay, I was always looking for the older Ala Karts, and we managed to pick up, I don't know, probably a good handful, maybe a little more, of probably the first and second release of them. Most of them are in good condition. I think one or two we bought that were really more for parts, but really cool. I absolutely love it, and I've yet to build one. I think originally with the old kits, for the prices they were and how hard they were to find, I was kind of scared to tap into one. Now I think at some point I want to take one of the newer ones, build that. I've been watching a few videos actually on some of the builds. I was watching one by, I guess, the Scale Model Experiment. Really cool. He did a white glue, just straight out of the box build up to see how the fitment was. That was very helpful. Knowing where some of this is, how tight it is, that'll give me the opportunity to kind of really watch those areas. So really cool. I'll put a link to that video in here. You can check it out. But talking about the Ala Kart, so George Barris built this based off of a 29 Ford, and probably one of the most famed customs. I mean, still to this day, when people see the Ala Kart, I think there's been one or two, folks that have built very, similar commemorative builds of it. I know there's one, I think it was called the Haley Kart. Really cool. So what's interesting about this, actually going in, doing a little research, looking at it, for me, this is one I'll definitely want to get some pictures, some info before I build it. I really want to try to make it as close to the actual car as I can, the original. But looking at, Barris was working on the custom, the body and stuff. There was a hot rodder or customizer out of the Fresno area who actually was building the frame, which is interesting. I didn't realize that. But as a gentleman there, did a 4-inch dropped axle, spindles, wishbones, coil spring shocks, panhard bar. You had 40 Ford backing plates and drums. And what was interesting on this, I don't know, you can actually, if you look at that, the coils on this, they actually took the idea off of a Cadillac. It actually had airbags inside the coils there, which was really cool for the time, and to see it on, a custom pickup. The engine, that was another kind of funny one, reading up on it. So they actually, I guess they called it a rescued 1954 266 cubic inch Dodge Red Ram Hemi that was in a speedboat. So that was kind of, again, another cool little thing. And then the transmission, you know, was a 39 Ford with Zephyr gearing. Just really cool stuff on this. I mean, the body is a whole nother deal. I mean, extensive, and I mean extensive modifications, obviously. You know, tons of custom work that was done there. As far as, you know, what I've seen, so being that it was a 29 Ford, they actually had the back end of a 27 Ford grafted in to the 29 body. Then you had peaked and bobbed fenders, custom grille in the rake. You had an aluminum 3-piece hood that was hand fabricated and louvered. You had steel splash aprons. The pickup bed was scratch built. You had gold inserts in it. I don't know if you can really see all that in the hardware. You had vertical stack lights from a 57 Chrysler and a 56 DeSoto tail lights and 58 Impala bezels. So really cool. I mean, just a ton of different, you know, work that went into this thing. You know what I mean? And color scheme. I mean, that's really one of the things that drew me into White Pearls, was just looking at the paint on this. And White Pearls, I mean, it's just beautiful. I love a nice white pearl paint job. So this was a Swedish white pearl with candy gold scallops, accented by your pinstripes, by Dean Jeffries. Very nice. The interior kind of had the same scene. You had the white tuck and roll, or white pearl white Naugahyde that was in there. You know, with the kind of had black and chrome accents, velvet trim, and then the tonneau cover kind of followed the same suit. You had the black and white vinyl edged, and then I think it had the gold. I don't know if you can really see it on here. Gold edging. You had a lot of stuff in the interior actually that was done. You had 57. You had the gauge cluster was out of a 57 Vet. It was fitted with Stuart Warner instruments, 57 Lincoln steering wheel. I mean, just really cool all around. I mean, this is just one of those cars that is just filled with stuff. It is America's most beautiful roadster in 2 years, 58 and 59. It was just cool. So AMT actually produced the model. I believe it was around 61, maybe it was the original or somewhere in there. And they say it was overall probably one of the most popular model kits, or the old selling point, which is one of the things I touch on here and there. When you look at a lot of the old AMT kits, even some of the Revell and Monogram, a lot of stuff was real heavy on the custom options. Tons of custom front and rear pans, lights, interior stuff. You know, customs were a really big thing back then. It was, you know, just something that was really big and people really enjoyed. And that's one of the reasons we enjoy these old original kits, are those styling parts, custom parts, the ideas. Some of them, you know, the box arts, just tons of ideas. So this is, again, this will be one. I think I'll probably build this, or start, you know, no real rush, just kind of work on it here and there, on and off. And then eventually, you know, get into one of the original ones. Now, I understand the engine in this. Some people have said it almost seems more like a 32nd scale, smaller. So we'll see. You know, this one building is really going to be, as I say, probably right out of the box. Maybe add some details to it, but really work on just the fitting of it. Try to make just a good looking shelf model out of it that resembles what the original vehicle was. I've got some nice white pearl paint. I know one of them won't work because of the pearl, and it's just way off. So I'm going to make sure there. Might even get a little different white pearl paint. But yeah, this is going to be a blast. So that's a little history on the vehicle. And let's go ahead and take a look at the kits here, see what you guys think. And then, as usual, we'll follow up. We'll end with our Kustoms Illustrated. Got a really cool episode here. They're all really cool, but definitely some cars in this one that definitely are sweet. You know, I look at them, more building ideas, more projects, right? So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the little background on the Ala Kart. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if we're going to dissect the whole kits here, but kind of just take a quick glance at the new one and maybe both issues of the old one, and just glance through. I haven't looked at these. The new ones, I've opened the box. That's about as far as I got. I've seen a few videos on them. The old ones, I just pulled these out the other day. I have not looked at these probably in 20 plus years. So it'll be kind of cool to take a look at them. So give me a second here and let's get this stuff flipped around. All right, so here's the, got the unboxing of the new one there, the instructions, and this older version here, which we got 2 sets of instructions. Not sure if we pulled one from another box while we were going through or not. We've got our old decals there. Assuming we got our newer decals from here. See the comparison there. Then we've got our contents. Here is, let me zoom out of this a little bit. So we've got the older version here. We've got the chrome wrapped up in there. And we've got the newer one. What I'm really curious about, to some extent, is this engine. Which is right here. Let's see what we have in here. Alright, so there are 2 engines. So yes, there is a difference. You can see here, the best way to describe it, I guess you can kind of see, yeah, so you can definitely see the difference. The older one does have a longer block to it. So it's very cool to know. See a difference in the old steering wheel versus the new one. I'd have to look, but I believe the one in the new kit looks to be more of what, at least what I saw, met the original. They give you another wheel in there, but that also doesn't, the pictures I was looking at, steering wheel resembled more of this guy here. Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, though, and we have, I'll tell you, a number of the newer kits. A lot of chrome in this. A lot of chrome. Tail lights there, glass. Let's take a look at the older stuff here. So chrome's actually in pretty good shape here on this old original as well, or older release. I'm not exactly sure. Like I say, we've got at least a couple of the boxings of these older ones. So yeah, chrome's in great shape overall. A couple of little things, but nothing that can't be either re-chromed or touched up. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm glad, I came across these the other day when I was looking for something else. really glad I did. Like I said, these are going to be a lot of fun. Probably get the newer one going and go from there, and then eventually build up one of these older ones. But the newer one will make a good overall test for paint, the pearl I want to use, and everything else. So should be a lot of fun. Definitely some builds out there. If you search Ala Kart or model car Ala Kart, where guys have put these together. So I'll be looking at those too. You always get to do your research. So anyways, guys, that's kind of the quick little overview. I know I didn't dive all the way into the kits. We can always do that another time if anybody wants to see anything specific. But either way, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these put away, and we're going to get into our Kustoms Illustrated. So again, hope you enjoyed everything on the Ala Kart, and we'll be back here in a second. All right, everybody, here we are with our Kustoms Illustrated issue 27. Very nice right there, that chopped 50. Our table of contents here. Looks like some really good stuff as usual. I love these magazines. Had a few people ask. You can definitely check out Luke's stuff on his Facebook page. Everything else, there's a link in the description. Check them out. Really cool stuff. Really nice custom right here. Very nice. Beautiful color on that. It's kind of what I call more of the subtle look. Really nice. It's that white interior you see very often with the old Kustoms. Some custom news. Some vintage parts here. Moon Eye Summer 2010. Always cool events. Really nice shoebox Ford there. And just a gorgeous Plymouth. Look at that. Really nice. Oh man, tons of good stuff here. Old Apache. Really nice. Very cool El Camino. Check that out. For all you caddy fans. That's just beautiful. Cool. Got some lead sleds. Really nice stuff here. We got the chopped 50 here. It's really cool stuff. Got the really cool pinstriping back there. Got the nice trim, blue and white interior. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, these books, I mean, they're just great reads, wealth of information, tons of ideas. Anybody that's jumping in the custom group build, or if you don't know, the channel's doing a Kustoms Illustrated custom group build, runs through the end of the year. So tons of ideas in these books we flip through here. But yeah, that's a fun one. Looking forward to seeing what everybody does for that group build. Cool vintage stuff here. I love those old Mercs. That's beautiful. Look at that. There's a wild one. Oh, very nice. '58. Can't go wrong with one of those. I think that's one we've seen in the book before. Long Beach Motorama. Really cool. Really nice stuff here. Cool customs. Very nice. That's gorgeous. Some beautiful paintwork there. Very nice. I've definitely seen that one around a lot. Pretty famous custom there. That's beautiful. Nice work in that. All right, so that brings us to the end of our Kustoms Illustrated, another Throwback Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. Check out the links in the description. Check out the page supporters, and we'll see you guys next time.